So I've been walking this line for like, I don't know, mile and a half, 2 miles. Freaking elk sign everywhere, deer sign everywhere. We found some bones and stuff, and then I'm walking along here, and I look up through there, and I'm like, oh hey, there's a bone. Might be a heads, better look around. Boom. Little dead 4-point. It's chalk, so not worth calling in. Just have to leave it here, but pretty cool. Little 4-point. Gotta leave him lay. I'll hang him up in the tree. Finally found some. Well, so far this has been a long trip. Pretty sure I broke my wrist. Haven't found anything but that chalky dead. We've been hiking our butts off. Both of us have had like horrible allergies. Jim even worse than me, which is not normal. I'm usually the one that's always got the allergies the worst. But anyways, we dropped off of this area. We tried to get way back in with the side-by-side. Everywhere we went today, we'd see tons of elk, bald bulls, but everywhere boot tracks. So and I was waiting on this point for Jim. He's like, I think I glassed up a white, so he went down, found a chalk 5 or 6, and then a hard white 3-point. And I hadn't found anything yet, and I'm just working along this this cliff ledge here because I can see way down in, I can see way up above, and freaking finally found one right here. Boom! Brown town, baby. Looks like a big 5. I'm so stoked right now. So stoked. Alright. First touch on this bad boy. Heck yeah, dude. Now we gotta match it up. It's gotta be at least a 18 to 20 inch third. Fronts are good. Heavy bull, ooh, bloody. Still bloody. So, hopefully we're in it now. Hopefully we're in the bone zone. Well, this trip's finally starting to turn around for me. A lot of miles in and trying to find the other side of this big 5 I just found, and came around the corner and there's a nice 6. Looks hard white. Walk up there and take a look at it. Hard white, yep, hard white. Well, Jim and I are out for his birthday weekend shed hunt. We only have one day, so we headed up here this morning. Got a little dusting of snow, so hopefully it'll melt off soon, and we'll be able to get into something. We've been hiking for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, and most of the guys on YouTube, they find one by now. So anyways, that's not usually our way of doing things. We hike all day to find one, so hopefully today we can get into them and see what happens. But yeah, we're excited, and hopefully this snow will burn off so it's not hiding everything, and we'll get back to you. Well, it's been about 10 minutes, and this never happens, right? First hike, we're 40 minutes in, and I got a brownie. I'm so stoked. I'll flip you guys around, and we'll see. So I was coming down up there, hit the sage. I was like, man, there's tracks everywhere. I was gonna zigzag this sage, and I'm just coming along, kind of glance over, bam, tines up, brown elk. Heck yeah, baby. Let's go pick it up. It's not a real big one, so I don't know that the other side will be right here close, but we'll spend some time and look for it. But little 6 tiny 6. But Jim's on his way over. I just hollered at him, so he'll come over and we'll pick her up. It's not a giant. It's actually probably the smallest 6 I've ever seen for being a 6. But hey, it's a brown town. We're on the board. We got 2 benches that look money, so I think we'll spend some time in here and see what we can find. So it's been like 5 minutes. This never happens to me, but I don't know if it's the other side. It looks bigger. All I can see is a first and a second. That's all I can see. So I'll flip around here and we'll walk across this here. And I actually passed it. I kind of glance over. I'm like, wait, hold on. That looked like tines, baby. Let's go take a look at what it is. I've got a right side. This is a left side. It's on the same trail. It's the other side. I matched him up. Matched him up. Crazy. That's awesome. Freaking matched him up. So, pretty positive it's the other side. I haven't looked at the bases or anything yet, but pretty sure that's gonna be him because I got it right. This is the left, and they're both small 6s. So, heck yeah. Definitely a match. So birds are pretty much the same. So heck yeah, man. So we just had some turkeys run across the road. I came around them to try and cut them off, and I just called. He's gobbling back to me right over this hill. So I hurried down to this little draw real quick and sat down and checked this out. Big old deer shit, baby. Big 3-point. I made a mistake and busted that turkey, so he took off, but I think it's a brown, pretty sure. Pretty sure it's a brownie. If not, it's hard white. Pretty good 3 though. Kind of tight quarters in here. Oh, it looks pretty fresh. I'd say it's a brownie from this year. Just a small 6. Doesn't weigh much. Probably only like 3 pounds maybe. But I'm on the board for 2019 finally. Haven't been able to get out, so finally getting out, and gotta love those white burrs. Small shed, but we'll see what else we can find today, and hopefully we'll get lucky. Well, no sheep so far, so I left the low country, came up to follow a halfway lead to somebody that lives up a canyon that says they see sheep once in a while, and told me that this road connects all the way up to the top, which is where I usually see turkeys. So today's opening day of turkey, and I got a tag, so I was like, nah, I'll head up there. On my way up here, I started seeing these big oak patches, and spotted a couple bald bulls up at the top of this ridge. So I just started zigzagging all the way up this thing, and brownie baby. I think it's just a 5. I saw the back end first. I thought it was a huge 6, but I think it's just a small 5. But there's freaking elk tracks, elk crap all over in here. Yeah, just a 5 with a broken third. That's pretty sick. Must have been walking up this trail right here. That's his right side. So I'm gonna get up into here and check all this out. He's a small bull, so not guaranteed that he'll drop close, but hopefully we'll see. Nice little 5, pretty fresh, really dark. Let's go see if we can find another one. Well, I spent some time looking for the match or any others. There's tons of sign over there, but didn't match anything else up. So I got on Onyx Maps, kind of looked around, found another spot that's kind of back up behind that where I thought the bull's probably hanging out in there. So found a way to get up in here, and I just came upon this. Can't tell if it's a bull or a cow. Pretty light colored. Hide. If it's a bull, I don't think it's a big bull. But I'm gonna spend some time looking around in here, see if I can't find the head. Well, we're finally up here. We only have about an hour until we gotta take off and get John to the airport. So I'm about halfway up the hill, and it's pretty open. So hopefully we'll be able to see something. We all split up and try and increase our odds of finding something. But there was 12 bald bulls and 2 bulls packing one side in here 2 nights ago. And you can see there's sign everywhere in here. So I'm just following this trail up to the top. And we'll keep well, it's pretty thick in here, but I can see pretty far. I've just been busting it, trying to get through, and I'm just looking at my phone. I'm like, I don't got time. I just got to drop down in elevation a little bit. And boom, baby. Brown down. Heck yeah. Go check it out. Small 6. Sweet. That's freaking awesome. Heck yes. Well, I just picked up this bad boy, and I was side hilling it here, and I'm hoping it's the match. I don't think it is because it looks like another left, but we'll go take a look because I've got a left here. It's hard to tell from here. I can't see it that well. Yeah, smaller bull, different bull. Heck yeah. I'm gonna have to come back up in here and hit this again. It's already been chewed on quite a bit. Wow. Heck yeah. Well, finally made it back up into this area where we picked up those 3 browns a couple weeks ago. Work's been crazy, so we just had the afternoon. We got about 3.5 hours till dark. I'm up here with my buddy Jim, and we just split off. He's gonna go take another ridge, and I'm gonna go up above where I think the elk are bedding, above where I picked up my 2 browns a couple weeks ago. And I'm just gonna work it back to where I found mine, because I didn't get to work that face very well, just because we were so short on time. So I'm gonna work that face again and try and match up the 2 I picked up last week, or 2 weeks ago, and then see if I can't find their bedding area, because I know there's at least 16 bulls that have dropped in here. So that's 32 antlers on the ground. We did see one horse track coming in. Not sure, couldn't quite tell if it was shoot or not. There are wild horses in here, so could have been wild horse, could have been somebody on a horse, but I can't find them all, right? So, quick update. I'm a little over 2.5 miles in. Haven't found anything yet, but I'm just getting to the edge of the little pocket that I saw on Onyx maps that I really wanted to hit, because I was like, I think that might be where these bulls are bedding. The two antlers I picked up 2 weeks ago, I think, were transition antlers. My philosophy is that I call it the 80-20 rule. 80% of the sheds are shed where they bed and where they feed, and the other 20% is in transition between those two places. Usually somewhere near where they're bedding or somewhere near where they're feeding is where they also water, so that has to be accounted to as well, but I think that is pretty standard from what I've found. And boom, there's a bed, there's a bed, there's a bunch of bull sign right over here. So I'm planning on heading up this. There's a couple big ridges, and I think on these slopes is where they're probably bedding, and obviously there's a bed right there with some fresh sign in it from probably this morning or yesterday. So hopefully I get lucky. Well, I'm 5.5 miles in. I just saw a black bear, which was pretty awesome. He came right up to me like 15 yards. And then I found those two sheds right up there last time. And I had this game trail coming through. I was right up here. I looked down. It's like, man, that looks off. White thing down here. I'll take it. It's not much, it's chewed up, it's buried in there, but hey, it's a shed. Well, it's evening number 5. My socks and boots were soaked to the bone, so I ran back to the cabin to get new boots and new socks. When I got back to where I normally park at the gate, there was a side-by-side there, so not gonna hunt in there tonight. So looked at Onyx maps, found a ridge that looked good to me, and so I headed down, and bam, found a deer shed. What? It's a pretty good shed. Big old 4 hard white. Heck yeah. That makes the night worth it right there. I guess I need to come in here and look for some sheds, because shed number 2. I'm not even looking, I'm just walking on them. Alright, so Jim and I just got a video from our buddy Tyler. His wife shot at a elk today and hit a tree. So we were watching the video and we were talking and yada yada. I get ready to walk away and then I turn around to talk to Jim. And that's laying literally like a foot from both of us. Well, at least we saw it before we walked away and just left it sitting here.